I swear by Almighty God that I will undertake the duties of the office of councillor in the best interest of the people in the municipal community. I will abide by the Model Councillor Code of Conduct and uphold the standards of conduct set out in the Model Councillor Code of Conduct. I will faithfully and impartially carry out and exercise the functions, powers, authorities and discretion vested in me under the Local Government Act 2020 and any other act to the best of my skill and judgment.
Declare and affirm that I will undertake the duties of the office of councillor in the best interest of the municipal community. I will abide by the Model Councillor Code of Conduct and uphold the standards of conduct set out. I will faithfully and impartially carry out and exercise the functions, powers, authorities and discretion vested in me under the Local Government Act 2020 and any other act to the best of my skills and judgment.
I'll now call on the on his term as mayor.
Thank my fellow councillors and staff on several achievements that this council has delivered in its term. The development and adoption of the council plan 21 to 2025 and the council vision was informed by a deliberative engagement process involving a diverse range of our residents. And this plan has provided the key strategic direction for council during this term of council. Roads and bridges are our biggest expenditure. We spent almost $40 million in upgrades and improvements over the 5 years to ensure that our agricultural sector and our residents have a fit-for-purpose transport network that meets their essential access to farms and to residences. I also want to highlight another essential service which affects uplift in the service standard and one in which Pyrenees has shown to be early adapter of the state's circular economy policy objectives. Maintenance and renewal of its building assets is another area where council has made significant investments in this term. Completion of the $3.8 million Lexton Community Hub, a state-of-the-art recreation and community facility, is one of those building assets. And I think the Lexton people think it's pretty good. I'm very proud to participate in the official opening with Federal Minister Catherine King and the member for Ripon, Martha Haylett, this year, which saw the culmination of many years of planning to deliver this project. for the community, which has recently become known as the Hub. During this term, Council had made a very difficult decision in ceasing to be providers in home aged care services because of administrative changes at a federal level. Council continues to support active ageing in our community through our community development team, and we will continue to advocate and monitor the delivery of aged care services. Communities are met. Council's library services have been the subject of review this year, and whilst Council has not made any decision to adjust service levels, Council appreciates just how valued the services are by the community. The completion of the Correa Park residential development in Beaufort during the term of this Council is the culmination of a 10-year investment to stimulate housing and to grow our population. Council has committed to play its part in stimulating housing by purchasing additional land in Beaufort and Avoca for future residential development. We have faced many natural disasters in recent history, and we continue to plan for, respond to and recover from floods, fire, drought and storm. The 2022 flood event was widespread across the Shire, and the recovery from this event will be an ongoing focus until the damage to our roadwork is restored. The devastating bushfire in February this year saw the loss of many homes, the destruction of both public and private property, and some of our magnificent natural forests. Council remains committed to our communities in our recovery efforts from this devastating event. Whilst trauma and loss were plentiful, Council was firm in its decision to remove a number of hazardous trees from the many roads affected by this fire. This difficult decision was made to ensure Council met its responsibilities in keeping our road users and our community safe. While this was not a popular decision by some, it was nevertheless the most responsible decision in the interest of the public safety and to restore safe access for residents and businesses. I would like to recognise the committed and talented staff that support Council, and believe me, they are pretty special. We're only a small council, one of the smallest workforces in any local government in Victoria, and yet this team continues to deliver excellent services. And I would like to thank each and every one of them for their contribution in making a difference to the Pyrenees communities. And also the friendliness and a pleasure to work with these people, believe me. Any criticism that comes their way comes from people that don't understand the workings of local government. Council recently made a decision to reappoint our current CEO for a further term. After an extensive review process, Council decided that Jim is the best person to guide our Council and lead our organisation to continue the delivery of Council's long-term vision for the community. While there are many challenges ahead for the newly elected Council, there are also many reasons to be hopeful that the future of the Pyrenees is bright. With magnificent landscapes, productive land and wonderful communities, our Council and the organisation stand together to continue to lead and serve you in the future. Remember, councillors, there is no I in team. Work together, enjoy the ride and protect Council's sound reputation, and I wish you all good luck. And make sure you do enjoy it, because it is a very responsible role. It's one that you can gain a great deal of pleasure out of. I'm sure that will happen for you. Finally, I wish to thank my dear wife Jan and my family for all the dedicated support over my 37 years involvement in and around local government. It's been a pleasure. Thank you very much.
We'll now move to the election of mayor. In the agenda, it is set out the provisions of the Local Government Act under which a mayor must be elected. Section 25, the Local Government Act requires that at a council meeting that is open to the public, the councillors must elect a councillor. Any councillor is eligible for election or re-election to the office of mayor. The election of the mayor must be chaired by the CEO and, subject to this section, be conducted in accordance with the governance rules. The mayor must be elected on an absolute majority of councillors. If an absolute majority of councillors cannot be obtained at the meeting, the council may resolve to conduct a new election at a later specified time and date. If only one councillor is a candidate for mayor, the meeting must declare that the councillor be duly elected as mayor. In this section, the absolute majority means the number of councillors which is greater than half the total number of councillors at a council. The mayor is to be elected no later than 1 month after the date of a general election, and before the election of the mayor, a council other than the Greater City of Geelong must determine by resolution whether mayor is to be elected for 1 or 2 year term. So I'll move first to the first decision by council. The council is to determine if the term of mayor is to be for 1 or 2 years. And I invite the councillors to, one of the councillors to move a motion in respect. Thank you. So we have a motion from Megan Phelan that the term of mayor be for 1 year term. Do I have a seconder? Ferrari. Is there any debate for or against that motion? No? I'll ask the councillors to vote on that motion. With that carried. I now invite nominations for the position of mayor. I nominate Keogh. I have a nomination from Councillor Ferrari for Councillor Keogh to be mayor. Councillor Keogh, do you accept the nomination?
I would love to accept. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other nominations for mayor? There are no other nominations for the mayor, and so I now declare Councillor Keogh to be mayor of the Pyrenees Shire. I now present newly elected mayor, the gavel, a symbol of the exchange of role from one mayor we've heard from tonight to the new mayor. And with that, I will pass on to the new mayor to the role of chair for this evening.
Thank you, and I thank my fellow councillors for that support in this role, and I hope I can represent you all well in the next coming 12 months. Very honoured and very humbled by that. Yeah, so we now move to item number 8, which is the office of deputy mayor. So the local government